June 1st. It's the start of the month and summer to be exact, which means we've got a new school uniform. I think I look quite snazzy, however nothing too eventful happened during school, so I'll skip all that and simply say that I wanted to hang out with Mako, but to do that I had to get a Hangman Arcana, so I head over to complete the quest Elizabeth had first, of course did the fusing of that Hanged Man Arcana and then went to the shrine to hang out. She asked if I've seen Stripey. They were playing tag and he disappeared. Don't think I've seen anyone that's like that, but almost like he heard his name, he appeared. He looks sickly. Something that she noted, asking if he is sick, which he's surprised that she can tell. That makes her feel down, asking if he's truly sick, in which he replies that he's merely kidding, but I can see on his face that he's not trying to make her feel sad. But she does feel pouty that he lied and she runs away, leaving me to talk to the man. He asks if I know her. I say I'm her friend. He's heard about me from Mako. He asked me if I see myself as her guardian or just two kids playing together. Before I could respond, Mako comes back wanting to get takoyaki, asking if Stripey wants to come along, but he passes on the offer, heading out for the time being, just leaving it to be me and Mako, but she tells me that he's around during Sundays. She sees him on her way to cram school, but enough talking as she wants that takoyaki. We were eating, it was nice and piping hot, reminding a time when her dad burned his mouth by eating too much at once. He was like, "Gah!" Ouch, I can almost feel it. She goes quiet after mentioning a happy moment with her dad, admitting that he's not been at home much these days. However, her birthday's approaching, asking if I think that he'll come, and I reassure her that he'll be there no matter what. That makes her hopeful, admitting her mother gets her presents for her birthday but is yet to ask her, making her feel worried, saying if they really loved her, they wouldn't get divorced. Adding, I'm the only person that talks to her, which isn't true, she's got Stripey as well, but with that, I feel as our bond has grown closer. Suddenly, she gets back to her chipper spirit, needing to go home soon as it's laundry day and she doesn't want the house to get messy. I wish her the best and I head to the dorm. We're in a seas huddle of sorts, mainly talking as Junpei to ask Takaba if she checks the forums. Apparently people have passed around a rumor that it's a ghost. That makes her look unsettled. I think she's scared of the supernatural, which doesn't help as the third years egg Junpei on about telling them, which they do, much to the dislike of Takaba.
You got it. Good evening, and welcome to Junpei's Believe It or Don't. There are many strange things in this world. Legend has it, late at night, after everyone has gone home, a maniacal ghost roams the halls and devours anyone caught in its grasp. The other day, this friend of mine, let's call him Witness A. Anyway, he said to me, "Hey, Iori, I saw something weird the other day." He sounded so serious, so I asked him what he'd seen. He told me he saw the girl from 2E and claims he watched her go into the school on the night before the incident. I told him I don't believe it, not even for a second. That girl from 2E ain't the type to go wandering around at night. But Witness A was as white as a sheet. He swore to me it was true. Then, it hit me. If the girl was found unconscious at school, then maybe the ghost really did make her its dinner. It all made sense. She went to the school at night and walked right into its deadly trap. I felt a chill run down my spine, and I broke into a cold sweat. Yes, there truly are some strange things in this world. Believe it or don't.
What do you think, Akihiko?
Seriously? Not one word about my amazing performance just now?
I'm not so interested in the ghost part, but it does sound like it's worth investigating.
So, you're afraid of ghosts, huh, Yukaris? Didn't know you were such a chicken.
What? Who are you A chicken! Fine then, let's investigate it. Each of us will ask around for the rest of the week and gather information. This ghost story's just a bunch of nonsense. I'll show you.
Sounds good to me. The story.
Huh?
We'll leave it to you guys then. Would have been too scary for me.
What?
With talks over and the plan to investigate this spectre, I decided to finish the night off how I usually do on Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, working at the cafe for social boosts and yen.
Good evening. I'm back, just as I promised. How have you been? I'm glad you remember me. In another week, the moon will be full again. The next ordeal will be upon you. Be careful. Until next time.
June 2nd. Nothing too crazy happened today. I simply sat on one of Mr. Akoda's boring lessons for an academic boost and spent the afternoon with Bebe. I'll admit, I kinda am getting into the groove of sewing and I find myself enjoying it quite a bit. Which, with it done, Bebe is happy, asking me if I may want to go to a Zuki-Arai. As it's his first time, he's hoping that I'll show him the ropes. I simply say there's nothing to really show. It's rather standard place after all, nothing too fancy. He then stands up, happy, asking me to come follow him, as after all, I am his Tomodachi. He enjoyed himself, with that big smile on his face, calling the desserts at offer so oishi, calling the culture of Nihon and Japan itself sugoi. I ask about his country, I can barely speak phrases, let alone his culture in general. He looks down, saying his home has good food, but Japanese culture is #1, Ichiban! He wants to learn everything about Nihon and become Japanese himself, thanking me for letting him join, vowing to never forget my kindness, adding that he must tell his Ani that he's made such a wonderful new Tomodachi, and with those kind words from him, our bond has grown closer. And although Bebe is sad, he knows that we will continue our Japanese adventure another time, and with that, I head home. We're back at Tartarus, doing some grinding before the full moon comes, as I'm not too satisfied with my current strength, but not only that, we've got a guardian we must take down, so let's talk about it. To be honest, it was a solid enough challenge, one of the first bosses that almost had no weaknesses, so it was a good old wailing. However, it had one advantage over us, and that it seemed to know what our weaknesses were, and abused them quite harshly, causing some downs in the process, but with one advantage comes with some disadvantages, 2 to be exact. It doesn't know what mine is, especially when I change personas, and it was susceptible to ailments, specifically distressing, which decreases its attack and makes us able to land criticals easier, which was ultimately its downfall. And with that done and a snazzy new suit for Junpei, we collect another old document and finish the day off there. June 3rd. Another uneventful day on our hands, and it was all done and dusted. I spent the afternoon with Yuko. We were deciding on what to do on our way out. She tells me a funny story about how she left tissues in her running pants and then washed them. I can only imagine the damage that would have done, as she asks me to wait as she opens her locker, seeming to find something she didn't like, commenting about same stupid pranks every time. I was able to take a peek and it was a piece of gum, which is pretty stupid to be honest, but she's simply glad her shoes are safe and sound, as it would be going too far. I ask how often this happens, and she admits that she stopped counting first few, which likely means that it's quite common. It used to get her pissed, but that it just tires her out, so she doesn't believe it's worth it, but if she ever caught her doing it, she would teach her a lesson. I won't lie, I felt a deep rage with those words, it even scared me a little, but she backtracked a tad, saying that it was simply a joke, she's a nice girl, honest, telling me let's go out. We now find ourselves at the mall, as she figures that we should update the team uniform, asking for my opinion on switching to running tights. And to be honest, even if it reduces wind resistance, I personally just don't like the feel of tights on my skin. That was until suddenly.
Hey, look over there! It's
it's Nishiwaki-san.
Is that your new boyfriend? On to the next one already, I see. Impressive, Nishiwaki-san.
We're not dating. He's just a friend from the team.
Come on. No need to act all polite in front of him. Just tell it how it is. I'm surprised you could even get such a handsome guy. Maybe I should become a team manager too.
You've got it all wrong, as usual.
Don't do it. You'll just be running around after everyone all day. And it's not very attractive for a girl to be so muscular, you know?
Not so loud. Her boyfriend's like right here.
If that's really what you want to do, I won't stop you. But you're better off looking for a boyfriend elsewhere. A manager is a busy job. You won't have time to go around sticking gum on people's shoe lockers.
What on earth are you talking about? I haven't got a clue what that means.
Of course not. It was just a random example. What's wrong? Did I say something to offend you?
Not at all.
Hey, let's just go already.
After watching the equivalent of a cat fight, she apologizes for what I witnessed. Not her fault, they simply had nothing better to do. She insists that I didn't have to witness that and decides to sit me down so she can explain what that was exactly. Simply, the girl in the black tights, they went to the same middle school back when there was a boy in the basketball team. They started to date, but what she didn't know is that he was already dating the girl, and due to that, she accused her of stealing her boyfriend. Although she was none the wiser and also a victim in this, because she was the manager of the team, she was blamed, but in reality, she just wanted to support the team to be there the best that she can be. She was likely the girl who was putting gum in her lockers, as I've seen her hold grudges, venting further, thinking that they should be getting lectures from Mr. Ricotta, as all they do is gossip and complain. After that, she apologizes for what they said, the whole boyfriend thing. I respond that I'm honored, just so I can mess with her. She says that I shouldn't be saying that with a straight face, asking how many girls have I said that to. I should never play a woman's emotions, but then makes me promise that I won't tell anyone about the two timing, as I'm the first person she's ever told about. Rushing to add that she broke up with the jerk a long time ago, by the way, and adds that I might be thinking, so what? But what she's trying to say is, that seemed to freeze her up, looking flustered. I wonder what that was all about, as a bong goes closer. With that, she apologizes, saying that we'll see each other later, as she leaves me to wonder what just happened. And since I was already there, I spent the night at the cafe for the yen and the social points. June 4th. Just another school day, but I had a short chat with Takuba. She says that she's been thinking of ghost stories due to needing to investigate what's going on around the school, and it's giving her nightmares. I ask her not to push herself that much. She's fine, however, as it's just some stupid rumors, but she did find some information and plans to follow them deeper today, reminding me to do my part, and with that we head inside. And school was over before I knew it. I went to the Velvet Room to grab a chimera for Miyamoto's social link and went to meet him. I was standing with Yuko watching the guys run laps, and once again I did not see a Miyamoto. He's likely at the hospital for those x-rays, as eventually track was over. I was heading out and I saw Miyamoto holding his knee in pain. He's shocked to see me, admitting that we meet at the weirdest times. I ask if he's back from the hospital. He's happy that I remember that detail, saying that nothing gets past me, huh? And says yes, he's back from the hospital. They have his results, and before he could tell me, the pain in his leg surges, and meaning that he can't stand up. Being a friend, I ask to take my shoulder. He thanks me for that, and I go to stabilize my friend. He calls it all funny that this was all from a simple action of tying his shoelaces, just being glad that I was the one that found him. If it was anyone else, they'll tell the track team, thanking me for this, calling me a good friend. As with those words, our bond has grown closer. With that, he decides to get some training done, and I wanted to stop him there, but I realized that those words were full on deaf ears, so we go our separate ways for the time being. And during the night, the tomatoes I planted a few weeks ago have grown to maturity, so I headed over to reap my rewards and plant the potatoes, and with that done, I finish up with some seafood that boosts my academics. June 5th. The day starts with Takaba reminding me that we'll be showing our findings tonight, like promised, which I'm looking forward to. But she once again reminds us once more, but I feel like it was directed at Junpei this time. But now, with 2 promises, the day is over and I spend it with Miyamoto. Once more, Miyamoto isn't at track, probably due to the hospital, as Yuko gets a text from him, simply saying to meet him at the station. It was so important that he even texted Yuko, which gets her a little mad, which is pretty fair. But I head over when track was over. He knows that she was likely mad due to the fact that he's missed a bunch lately, and tells me the results of his exam. His muscles and tendons around his knee are inflamed. The doctor told him that if he continues pushing himself, he won't be able to walk anymore. But he wants to win, so he must. I tell him to show some guts. He agrees as every second matters, and he promises he'll win next year's meet to become the #1 athlete in Japan. I ask what he means, and he explains that the promise was for his nephew. He got in an accident and his legs got messed up, and his rehab hurts too much. He doesn't want to do it, but he's only 5. He's got so much to live for, so he made a deal with him. If he's #1 in Japan, he'll do rehab, and that's why he has to win the meet so he can make it to nationals. I ask about his knee, which he thanks me for caring, but I need not worry about that for the time being. Apologizing for how depressing our convos have been lately. It's tough to keep it bottled up, and he's only got me. I appreciate his honesty, as with that, our bond grows closer. He admits that Yuko has good instincts when it comes to this, so she might talk to me, and if she does, he wants me to direct her to him, as he no longer wants me to get in trouble for his decisions. And with that, I head home. Finally, in the dorm, we get to talking about the ghost story. Takaba is quite happy with the fact that it wasn't a ghost, even if it was initially matched it from the start, but the questions start. The first one was, why did the rumor spread so fast if it was the first time it happened? And that was because there was actually 3 victims. Both of them were found the exact same way and were hospitalized. The second question is what all the 3 victims had in common, and that was they were hanging around together. Likely friends, likely making a targeted attack from someone. Apparently she found out that they were with a bad crowd of people as of late, and due to that we'll be doing some field research, as there was one place all 3 of them were regulars. Junpei knows where this is going, some place in the back of Port Island Station, but Junpei insists it's a very bad idea, hearing all sorts of rumors, which invigorated Takaba, asking if I'm coming along, but it doesn't matter to me. I'll be there willingly or unwillingly, as Junpei is still not for it. Takaba tells Junpei that isn't it about time that we start thinking for ourselves, which he finally comes to the same conclusion that I did. With us going to risk our lives tomorrow, I get my last meal, which boosts academics. June 6. My death is likely in the night, so I've got some time to spend before my fate is sealed. So I decided to spend it with Yuko. We were at the shops and Yuko asked if I strengthened my core, saying it's a good idea and less likely to injure yourself. In fact, she was talking to Miyamoto about adding it to the first year's practice, as she decides that she wants to eat at a cafe, which is when the same boy from previous adventures bumps into her. Apologizing, she tells him he's lucky it was her, but imagine if it was a big scary man, telling him if they want to play, they should play in the schoolyard. That's when he explains that the 6 years are hogging all the space with soccer, and they'll only move if they lose in a race, and that's why they're here, calling her Auntie Yuko once more. She lets it slide and decides to let them come to the school track field. They are amazed by it and informs them that they can use it for a bit, however, they won't normally, so if anything breaks, they have to tell one of us immediately. They agree and get to running, as Yuko starts giving them pointers to improve, and it works like a miracle, as they ask her to coach them, and I think that she should. It would be good practice, and with the kids begging, she finally caves, but she won't be going easy, which they agree with, asking if I'll be joining, and then ask them if I'm her boyfriend, which she avoids that, as she instructs them on how to run, and with the potential for future generations beating the big kids, they head on home. She admits that she couldn't resist teaching them, their faces are just so cute, and asks for my help, since she doesn't know much about racing and I'm athletic. I mean, it sounds like a hassle, but I kind of put myself in this position when she started to hang out, as with our agreement, our bonds grew closer. She promises that she'll make it up to me one day, as she always is the one asking for help. And with that, we go our separate ways, which leaves me for tonight's festivities.
The hell are these guys?
Check out those rags. They're from Gecko High.
man. This is even worse than I thought.
You must have taken a wrong turn. 'Cause this place ain't for you, buddy.
Well, I...
What I'm saying is, being here is ruining our vibe. Beat it, goatee!
Goatee? Oh, you mean me.
We don't need your permission to be here.
Hey, are you nuts? Leave the room, won't you?
I can read just fine. Come on, don't be intimidated by these punks.
What'd you just say?
She just called us punks. Come on, let's post some pictures that'll make her daddy cry. Hope you've been practicing your sexy poses.
Oh boy, that's too good.
These guys are scum.
Oh, so now we're scum, huh?
It'll be fine.
Man, I feel sorry for you, goatee. This bitch is a real pain in the ass, isn't she?
Junpei!
That's enough. They didn't know what they were getting into. I'll make sure they leave. You good with that?
Who do you think you are, dumbass? What? They're not walking out of this. You want some too? Ugh, shit! Son of a bitch! You just crossed the line. You think you're going home alive now?
Should we find out?
No. Or maybe not.
Oh man, what a loser.
Bastard. Your name's Aragaki, right?
Yeah. Now I remember.
Shinjiro Aragaki. You're from Gecko High too, aren't you?
Damn it, you're gonna regret this!
Oh man, Senpai, that was awesome!
I remember you. You guys were in Aki's room at the hospital.
You idiots.
Go home. You don't belong here.
Wait! Sorry, but there's something we need to know before we leave.
Did Aki tell you to come here?
Turns out the guy that Sanada knew was our senior. His name is Shinjiro Aragaki, and he seemed to know more about what we've been itching to find out. Apparently the girls who wound up in the hospital wouldn't stop running their mouths bragging about the stuff they did to Yamagishi, and because of that, people assume it's Yamagishi's ghost doing it. As the bombshell is dropped, the girl may be dead, as she's been missing for over a week. We thought it was that she was sick. We didn't know that she was actually not even here. But Takaba questions why Mr. Okoda wouldn't know about this, but he seems to be mumbling something about Sanada, as he asks if that's all that we want, asking if he may leave now. We say our thanks for his generosity as he huffs away, and tells us to never come back here again. And with that, I just need some academic points after the journey that was today. June 7th. The day begins and I hop right onto my laptop to play the MMO. Maya isn't online initially, but eventually came on as she apologizes that she was on the phone with her mum. All she cares about is marrying her off to some dude, asking why it's a problem. With her saying that, I decide to mess with her, saying that we should plan our wedding. Then she replies, even though we've never met, but she wants me to take her, telling me not to worry as she's still got it at her age. She thinks that it's sexist to think that being tied down will make a woman truly happy, and admits to getting drunk and passing out in the mall. Apparently a man told her that she'll never get a man looking like that. She continues to vent until she wanted to thank me for listening to her woes, using a heal potion on me, but since I haven't taken any damage, it does nothing. Which just makes her look silly, but then she just says it straight out, thanking me for putting up with all her bitching, and with her honesty, our bond grows closer. With that, she tells me that the guy owns some sort of TV show, which narrows it down to likely that Tanaka guy. but I'm not too sure. All I know is she's going to practice being my wife, which, okay. As with her logging off, I do as well. Finishing the night, I'll play at Wild Duck so I can get a courage boost. A lot of stuff has happened today, and it was hard to write all of it down, so let's just get started. June 8th. Today is a full moon, which means something will be happening. I just know that, as Junpei tells me that we'll be going to the faculty office to ask Mr. Okoda some questions, and we've got a bunch, so we hope that he's ready for them, as he'll need to explain himself during lunchtime.
Oh, Kirijo-senpai, why are you here?
Same reason you are. Mr. Okoda, I'm here to ask you about a student named Fuka Yamagishi.
No! Please, I never thought it'd turn out this way. Fuka.
Hey, I remember you.
What did you do to Yamagishi?
Hold on, Kirijo-kun. This isn't an interrogation. Stop scaring her. Moriyama, you don't have to say anything if you don't want to. You wouldn't want to give her the wrong idea.
Fuka, she always looked so frazzled whenever I gave her a hard time. That's when I realized she may be a model student, but deep down she's just like us. And because of that, I knew exactly which buttons to push. We were just messing with her earlier that day, too. It was May 29th. We took Fuka to the gym and locked the door from the outside.
Wait, what? You trapped her inside?
That night, Maki got worried Fuka might commit suicide, so she went back to the school by herself, but she never came back. And the next morning,
She was found lying outside the front gate.
I went to the gym to let Fuka out, but the door was still locked. So I opened it and went inside, but she wasn't there. We all freaked out. Starting that night, we went out looking for her, but every night, another one of us wouldn't come back. And then they all ended up like Maki.
I see. Mr. Okoda, all this time you've been reporting Yamagishi as absent due to illness. But the truth of the matter is that she was missing. You had to have known this. Explain yourself.
I was thinking of the students, of course. You children may not understand, but we have to consider the future of everyone affected.
So you chose not to report a missing child for the good of the class, and not because you didn't want the police involved.
It was in her best interest. I wouldn't want her records to be stained by something like this. Her parents agreed.
So to protect your career, you ignored your responsibility as a teacher. Despicable.
No, I didn't mean, I was just...
That's enough. You can go now. We'll handle the rest.
Wait, but...
Don't worry. This won't be the last you'll hear of this. About your friends. Did you notice anything unusual about them before they went missing? Anything at all?
A voice. A creepy voice. They all mentioned it right before they went missing. They said they could hear it, calling their name.
Oh, man.
Senpai, could it be?
It's them. No doubt about it. Up until now, we've never been able to predict who exactly would become aware during the dark hour. This voice must be the key. In other words, it doesn't just happen randomly. They actually get drawn in. I realize now, after seeing all of this, they're clearly targeting humans. Shadows are most definitely the enemy of mankind. Stay at our dorm tonight. That should be the safest place. If you hear the voice, tell us immediately. And don't leave your room no matter what happens. If you can manage that, you should be fine. Don't worry. Yamagishi should be all right as well.
Fuka.
Iori and Takeba too. We'll meet after school in the student council room to discuss tonight's operation.
Tonight?
Yes. We are going to rescue Fuka Yamagishi. If my guess is right, she's still inside the school.
Understood.
Good. You're all here. Tonight, we're infiltrating the campus. Our objective is to rescue Fuka Yamagishi.
I don't get it. Are you saying Yamagishi is inside the school somewhere?
And why are we doing this at night? At midnight, this place turns into...
Exactly. That's how Yamagishi wandered into Tartarus.
Wait! You mean Yamagishi-san's been over there ever since she got locked in the gym?
That's right.
But that was 10 days ago! No matter how you look at it, she's gotta be...
Don't lose hope just yet. Tartarus only appears during the dark hour. So where does it go for the rest of the day?
That's a good point.
This is just a theory. But I think time flows differently. So even though it's been 10 days for us, it could have only been 10 hours for her. There's a chance she's still alive.
Wow, you think so? But wait, isn't the dark hour pretty brutal though? Even for us. How could she last 10 days worth in there?
That is true. And even if she is still alive, we might not be able to get to her.
Are you just gonna abandon her then? I have an idea. Let's try to enter Tartarus the same way Yamagishi did. We'll go to the gym and wait for midnight. That'll be the quickest way.
Is that really gonna work?
In all honesty, I can't say I fully agree with this. If something goes wrong, you could all end up lost in Tartarus too. But...
I'm not just gonna stand here and do nothing. If there's a chance we can save her, I'd never forgive myself. If you guys aren't with me, then I'm going in on my own.
Senpai?
all right. We know it's risky, but we also can't just...
Right, and we won't know until we try.
Guess we're sneaking into the school then. In that case, I've got just the thing.
You do?
No answer. This is a problem. I can't get a hold of the chairman.
Well, that's not a big deal, right?
There is one issue. Without the chairman's help, I'm not sure how we can get inside the school.
No need to worry. I've got it all set.
All set. An explosive? All right. I'll let you handle this.
There's no time to waste. Let's go.
And explosive?
No. All I did was unlock a door. See? We got in no problem. Man, I'm a genius.
Is there really something to brag about here?
So you unlocked it earlier. Très bien.
Oui, good job. We should find somewhere to get ourselves ready. Your classroom should work, right?
What?
Trey Ben? Is that French? Why are they talking in different languages anyway?
Can we turn on the lights?
Aw, you scared?
No, I'm not. Stupid.
Hey, that's uncalled for.
Quiet! We need to get started. It's better for us if the lights are off. They cut the power at night anyway.
I don't really like sneaking around.
First, we have to find the key to the gym. It should be in either the... You three check the faculty office. Akihiko, and after that, we'll meet in the main hallway on the first floor. Understood?
So, we're searching... Hey, maybe we'll find some test questions.
Maybe I should go to the faculty office too. It sounds interesting.
You're not planning to do something unethical under my supervision, are you? I suppose you'll need to be executed.
Hey, come on! Obviously, I was joking.
All I meant by interesting was that there's a higher chance of finding the key there.
Enough with the excuses. Let's head to the janitor's room. Iori, you're coming with us.
All right, let's get this over with.
It's now pitch dark inside the school as we try to find the gym key so that we can save Fuka from a bad fate. We can really only hope that she's safe inside of Tartarus, but even then I have my doubts. With Takaba on my side, we slink through the school halls, as Takaba is real jumpy at every sound as she hides from the security guard. When the coast is clear, I ask if she thinks it's a ghost. She already knows that it's not one, but it's still easily startled as her phone goes off, making her squeal. Apparently it was just simple spam, which would make anyone scared. I just mess with her, calling that cute, and she says that it's not funny. We push onwards to the faculty office, where the keys likely are. She can barely read them and asks what that one says. To mess with her, I say that it says the morgue. She doesn't like my humor, telling me what goes around comes around. But we finally find the keys to the gym and head to the others.
Did you find the key?
Sure did.
You know, I heard a scream that sounded kind of familiar.
Huh?
Wait, you actually did?
You want to take this outside?
Guys, come on.
All right, we'll divide into teams again. 3 of you will enter Tartarus, and 1 of you will remain outside with me. Once the dark hour begins, I'll pinpoint Yamagishi's position.
I'm going in. You come too. You can take the lead as usual.
Then I'll be the 3rd.
Wait a second, you remember how I accidentally screwed up on the monorail? Give me a chance to make up for that.
Oh, come on. It's not always about you. Besides, you didn't accidentally...
All right, Junpei, we'll give you another shot. And with that, the teams are set.
Sweet. Thanks.
What?
What's wrong, Takeba? Do you have a problem staying with Mitsuru?
No, it's fine.
It's almost time.
Let's go.
That's right. Guess I'm alone after all. Fuka. No. No, I don't want to hear this! Calling me. I have to go to school. Tell her I'm sorry. Fuka.
So...
We still haven't heard back from them. The transmission range is at max, too.
I hope that girl Moriyama is okay at the dorm.
Unfortunately, no place is completely safe in the dark hour. But we couldn't risk bringing her here. And having one of us stay behind to watch her wasn't an option either.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, we are all here for Yamagishi-san's sake.
Mitsuru, can you hear me?
I'm here. I've confirmed your position. You're higher up than I expected. You're barely in communication range. Is everyone all right?
I don't know. Got separated.
Akihiko! Come in, Akihiko!
Is he out of range? That's worrying.
I'm somewhere in Tartarus as the boy appeared before me, saying it's the first time we've talked outside my room. He's here to inform me that I will be facing more than one ordeal, and we will need someone, likely Fuka, as before I could even ask him a question, he was gone. I find my way through the floors, hearing a girl's voice, Fuka's maybe, but eventually we made it to Sanada and Junpei. They're glad to see me, Junpei admitting that they were worried about me. I apologize for the wait, as Sanada comments that we should never enter Tartarus like this again, and Junpei asks if we heard a voice, and it seems that the voice in question responded to that.
Who's there? Are you... human?
That's it? That's the voice? Wait, didn't that come from behind us?
Are you Fuka Yamagishi?
Yes.
Wow, you're alive! That's awesome! Never fear, the heroes are here.
Good to see you're okay. Come with us.
Thank you so much. Yes, I'll be fine. Sorry, I'm just so relieved.
Looks like I made the right call then. I'll see if I can contact Mitsuru.
What is this place? One second I was at school, and then...
It's kind of a long story. We can explain after we get out of here.
Mitsuru, can you hear me? No good. All I hear is static.
Oh, are you hurt anywhere? You've probably seen the monsters wandering around, right?
So, there is something dangerous in here then. I've gotten by without them finding me so far.
Wait, you've avoided them this entire time? How is that possible?
It's hard to describe, but I can sort of tell where they are.
What do you mean? Are you saying you're psychic or something?
She has the same power as Mitsuru. Actually, she might be even stronger. Mitsuru's persona was always more combat-focused to begin with.
Persona?
Hang on to this.
Huh? Wait, is this a gun?
Think of it as a lucky charm. It doesn't actually fire bullets.
Okay.
All right, let's get out of here.
Whoa, check out the moon. It's huge. I don't think I've ever seen it so bright.
There's some research that indicates the shadows are affected by the phases of the moon. Although the same thing is true about humans.
That would explain Yukatan's mood swings. Hey, wasn't it a full moon the night we went to the monorail?
It was.
Is something wrong?
Hey, did you see the moon on the night the dorm was attacked back in April? Today is June 8th. The monorail incident happened on May 9th. And the assault in the dorm was on April 9th. They were all on a full moon. Mitsuru, are you there?
Nico, shadows are...
Hey, can you hear me? Mitsuru, come in!
Be careful.
Mitsuru? Mitsuru!
What is that? It's much bigger than the others. And it's attacking someone.
Damn it!
What the hell's going on? I'm totally lost here.
It's one of them. If my guess is right, they come every full moon. We've gotta hurry!
Hey! Wait for me!
What?
There's two of them? Mitsuru! Takeba!
What's going on? Nothing's working!
Sonata-san, gotta draw the shadows away.
Yeah, I'm on it. Hey, if it's a fight you want, then you've got it!
Akihiko, be careful. Normal attacks don't work on them.
Hey! What the?
Yuka.
No! What are you doing here?
Moriyama-san?
Hey! Come back!
Please, get out of here! It's not safe! I had to tell you. I'm sorry.
Hey! Look out!
I have to protect her. Persona.
Yamagishi-san?
A persona?
I can see. I can see these monsters' weaknesses.
Can it be?
Just as I thought. Mitsuru, let her take her place. We'll handle these guys.
I'll begin searching for the monster's weaknesses. Please, give me some time.
I remember this boss being way harder when I originally played the game. Maybe it was just my luck with the affinity randomization, or just my overall knowledge of Persona improved over time, but this fight was really easy, feeling more like an introduction of Fuka's analyze mechanic more than anything. as we're able to cover any and all weaknesses they could change into, and it really is just a cool mechanic for a boss, which sadly didn't last long enough to show any resistance as Junpei finishes off.
Junpei's up to bat! What's the plan? Let's go!
Are there more of them?
Don't worry. It's over.
Fuka. You... Are you okay? Yeah. Thank goodness. Fuka!
It's all right. She's just exhausted.
Fuka... Fuka...
Where did those two shadows come from?
Somewhere outside of Tartarus. Just like with the dorm and the monorail.
Outside, huh?
What are we gonna do about Moriyama-san? She knows about the Dark Hour and the shadows.
It doesn't matter. She's not like us, so she won't remember anything that happens in the Dark Hour. The good news is she didn't fall victim to the shadows despite hearing their call. So I don't think she'll get drawn in again. She's safe now.
But doesn't that mean she'll forget Yamagishi-san saved her life? That doesn't seem right.
Actually, I get the feeling that things will work out.
I'm sorry, Fuka. I'm so sorry.
It looks like she's learned her lesson.
I'm sorry.
June 9th. After the eventful day that was yesterday, I want a simple and calm one. And who better to get that from than Miyamoto, so we spent the time together. He's actually at practice this time, but they note that he's slower than usual, asking if he can make nationals at that pace. Yuko comes out and tells them if they have nothing better to do, why not lend a hand with laundry? That gets them to run, as she scoffs, saying the only thing that they can do good is kick up the dirt. As Yuko informs Miyamoto that the coach wants to see him. She seems to look down, wanting to ask me something, but changes her mind at the last second, as track was over. As I'm heading out, Miyamoto calls my name, wanting to walk home together, which we start to do, but he stops telling me that the coach called out his slipping performance. Knowing the coach is catching on, I ask if his knee is, well, fine. He admits that it's sort of, but he was able to get through the pain today, admitting that the coach threatened to kick him from the team if he's injured. Adding he's missed practice 3 times already. He's got to step up his game, or he won't keep his promise to his nephew. I tell him he has to get tougher for him. He agrees, saying the toughest one wins and he'll take the chances for his nephew, and if he causes irreparable damage, he wants me to lead next, which I hope it doesn't come to that, as our bond grows closer. He didn't want that to happen either, it's merely a worst case scenario. And with the promise that nothing can stop him, we go home together, only for me to go back to the mall, which led me to Tanaka. But sadly, I just wasn't charming enough for this sleazeball, which means that I just gotta work more shifts for those points, and yeah. June 10th. I was heading to school and Takaba asked me a question, asking my opinion on if I believe Kirijos saved Yamagishi out of kindness of her heart or for her persona. I think that she has good intentions, she's not the type to let people die, but she seems to be quiet. I think that there might be something going on between them, but I keep that to myself, as after a very boring lecture in a class that boosts my academics, it's time to spend the afternoon with... Bebe! We've been working on our sewing skills, as Bebe thinks we should take a small break. He's impressed with how I've improved, calling it quite wonderful. I thank him for his words, as he's glad his Tomodachi could be his rival. He admits that he'd like to make something Japanese, but wonders what that could be. And I mean, there's nothing more Japanese than a kimono, which was a spark of genius for him, knowing that that was it. Noting that they're hard to make, not knowing where to start, but he thanks me for the idea. Adding that I'm the only person he can talk to here, knowing if I'm around, he'll be fine. And with those kind words, our bond grows closer. And with that, he needs to go, but not before copying a certain movie line. And with that done, I need my charm boost, so what better way than work at the cafe, but sadly, no rank 4 just yet. June 11th. Another straightforward day, but during lunch I got a text from Sanada just giving me a heads up that we're gathering at the dorm during the evening as Yamagishi has recovered, so I'll go do that, but for now, I spend the afternoon with Miyamoto. Which started off pretty dramatic as he is hauled off to the nursery with no questions. I am assuming that they finally got told about his injury and Yuko knew something was up, and due to thinking I know as well, I am forced to come along. I watch him get grilled by the teachers about how reckless he's been. He knows his mum told the advisor what he's done, as Yuko tells him to, asking for him to take some time off from practice. And when he's healed, he doesn't want to do that, which is when the track team advisor asks me if I know anything. I feign ignorance, which is finally what cracks Miyamoto, not wanting me to lie, deciding now is the time to be truthful. As with that honesty, our bond grows closer. He explains what's going on and the advisor gets why he's doing it, and that's when the other players overheard. Fine with Miyamoto representing them, is just an individual competition, so if he brings them down, it won't affect them too much. This shows him that everyone has his best intentions in mind, and the advisor relents, allowing him to practice, but if he says stop, he stops, and makes Miyamoto go home, and the rest of us just finish up practice, and then I head home.
So, you're Fuka Yamagishi-kun, right?
Yes.
Relax, there's no need to be nervous. Go on and have a seat.
Okay.
I just want to quickly mention that everyone did an excellent job uncovering the truth. And one other thing to report. I've heard that all 3 girls have regained consciousness.
That's great news.
From what I understand, they each came to the school around midnight and waited for the security guard to leave. Then, once the dark hour began, they were attacked by shadows near the gate. Because of the situation's similarities to an old ghost story, rumors naturally spread quickly.
I knew right from the beginning that it wasn't a ghost.
It's all my fault.
What? Where'd you get that from? You were the victim in all this.
But all of those rumors started because I was absent for so long.
That's totally not your fault.
I don't think we could have won that fight if you hadn't been there. You saved our lives. That's not something just anyone could have done. You have a special power that you can use to help others.
A special power?
We call it Persona, and right now our group absolutely needs your abilities. Can we count on you to help us?
Are you asking me to join you?
That's right.
Kirijos-senpai.
I think you'd make a good addition to the team, too.
Sanada-senpai.
You know we're not trying to pressure you. So if you need some time to think about it...
I'll do it. It would be my honor.
What? Are you sure? If you do join, you'll have to move into the dorm.
That's fine. I'd rather live here than at home anyway.
Thank you. We really appreciate this. We'll have the school talk to your parents to resolve any issues.
Okay. Thank you.
Wait a minute. Aren't we dragging her into this a bit fast?
It's okay. Really.
One other topic I'd like to discuss is those special shadows. We had another encounter this month. While we still don't know where they're coming from, I do believe Sanada-kun is right. They seem to appear alongside the full moon. This, at least, will help us plan for the future.
So, the next full moon is showtime, huh?
Knowing when to expect them is a big advantage for us. Now, on the day of the fight, we'll be ready to get in the ring.
From now on, I have to pay close attention to the moon. Once there's a full moon, it will be showtime. but the creepy kid likely will visit me a week before like he's done the previous 3 times, so I have my own personal alarm clock. As with the talk over and Yamagishi joining us, I enjoy myself a nice coffee which finally gets me rank 4 in charm. June 12th. The day starts with Takaba asking me the question everyone has on their minds. My thought of Yamagishi, and she's cute, that's it. Obviously that's not what Takaba meant, but hey, I can't lie to myself as we head inside.
Hey, did you hear? Apparently, Mr. Akoda's in hot water.
Really? What'd he do?
I don't know, but I think it's serious. Sexual harassment, maybe?
I can totally...
Good morning. Hey, look! It's the ghost girl!
Quiet, she can hear you.
Oh, Fuka, you're here.
Moriyama-san?
I heard you started living in the dorms.
Yes.
You're looking glum today, as usual. Well, if you got something on your mind, you can always talk to me. You could probably use a friend, huh?
Moriyama-san.
Come on, you don't gotta be so stiff. Just call me Natsuki.
Thank you.
With class over, I spent the afternoon with Bebe. But I can't say it with gusto like I usually do, as Bebe is having a hard time, as sadly, last night his aunt had passed away. I tell him to try and calm down. He will try, but it's hard for him, not expecting to have to deal with this. His aunt is the only reason he was able to come here, and now she's gone. She helped him so much, and he couldn't do anything for her. He tried to hold it in as he felt that crying wouldn't help, and then he looks at me, and he's finding it all hard, but he seems to find solace in my company, as with that, our bond grows closer. With that, he cannot find it in his heart to continue sewing, saying he'll be back and heading out, as I do as well, heading to get some seafood for academic boosts.
You've prevailed yet again. Do you remember what I said before about everything coming to an end? Well, I recalled something else. I'm pretty sure the end is unavoidable. But it's kind of weird. It doesn't feel that inevitable right now, considering the vast potential inside you. Plus, it seems like your powers changed quite a bit. Hey, if you don't mind, can I be your friend? I'm really curious about you. What do you say? Name? Oh, I see. I need a name. My name is Pharaohs. I know we'll get along great.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast established a new bond.
Well, it's getting late, so I'm going now. I can hardly wait until the next time we meet. Bye-bye.
June 13th. During lunch, Kirijo came to find us, admitting about how sudden it may be, but the chairman wants us this evening once more. Apparently, he's got something for us, admitting that he'll be busy with Yamagishi joining, but she'd appreciate us coming anyways. And with that, she takes her leave. We wonder what it's about, and I mean, a joke? Maybe, but it's likely something important. As with school over, I spend the afternoon with Meiko. Thankfully about how ecstatic she is, her birthday actually went really well. They remembered it, showing that they really do care. I know they would, as she talks about all the presents she got and cakes that they ate together, like the old days. She thinks about that and decides that she wants to get to the bottom of their divorce, hoping that she may be able to fix it, and I do wish her luck, especially at her age, as with that, our bond grows closer. Eventually I'll find out the truth but for now, she's gonna go home, and I do too. I gotta see what that chairman wants.
Yamagishi-san, are you in there?
Yes, come in.
I think we should start heading to the command room and... Huh? You already finished unpacking? I was planning on helping you out later, too.
Well, I didn't have too much with me, so I finished a lot sooner than I expected.
Oh, are you good with computers by any chance? You think you could teach me? I'm really not good with stuff like that.
Sure, if you'd like me to.
Are you looking into something?
Yes. I figured I should know everyone's defining characteristics and whatnot to prepare for battle. I can't do any actual fighting, so I need to make myself useful.
Oh, I see. You're a really hard worker, Yamagishi-san. And you've got an amazing ability, too. Now that I think about it, everyone in this dorm is pretty amazing, huh? Sanada-senpai is hands down one of the strongest. And our leader has a power unlike anyone else's. I bet Kirijos-senpai is strong, too. And Junpei... well, he's... whatever. But what do I have? I'm only half the person everyone else here is. I couldn't even do anything the last full moon. Maybe I don't need to be here after all.
That's not true at all.
Huh?
I was told that a persona is the power of the soul, also known as your other self. That's why I think a person's personality and feelings are reflected in their persona. For example, Takeba-san, your persona has healing powers, right? That's because there's a kindness in you that no one else has.
I'm not kind at all. I just don't want to see anyone go down or get hurt, that's all. Come on. I think Ikutsuki-san's gonna be here soon. Oh, and you can just call me Yukari. I hope you like it here, Fuka.
I'm sure I will. Thank you, Yukari-chan.
Sorry for calling you all again so soon, but I brought something special today. Well, let me just show you before I get into explaining what it is. I'd like to provide you with some new equipment. After spending quite some time in development, we're now ready for the battle testing phase. The shadows are getting stronger. You just barely won the last battle. We can only assume they'll grow even more powerful still. That's why you all need something more to stay in the fight. From now on, I want everyone to use these during your operations. Combat gear, complete with a matching armband. And your new trump card in the battle against the shadows. Cartridges that enable the use of theurgy. Theurgy means spiritual magic that could reach the gods in Greek. To put it simply, it synchronizes with the user's emotions, and when the right conditions are met, allows them to unleash an attack of immense power.
Oh, you're talking about signature attacks. Oh yeah, I've been waiting for something like this. Okay, how does it work?
Well, about that. It's a bit difficult to explain. I think it might be easier if you just try it out for yourselves.
Hold on. Isn't it dangerous to use something like this without knowing how it works?
Oh, don't worry about that. It's been well tested and determined completely safe. Oh, there's a manual for it as well. Take a look at it if you feel the need. Well, I'm sure glad I made it in today. With Yamagishi-kun joining us, Kirijo-kun can go back to being a frontline fighter. That means Seize is going to have a new lineup after today. And what better time than now to roll out this new weapon? Don't you agree? Oh, would you look at the time? I'd like to talk more about this, but I've been quite busy with the investigation into those large shadows. I think we're on the verge of a breakthrough, though, so I'll be sure to let you know what we find out soon. Okay, I'm leaving the rest to you, Kirijo-kun.
And there he goes.
I sort of thought this before, but he's rather laid back, isn't he?
More like careless.
It's fine. We should just give it a go like the chairman said.
In fact, since everyone's already here, now might be the best opportunity. Let's head into Tartarus and try out our new equipment. I've been wanting to get back into the swing of things anyway. And this will serve as a good test of our team lineup with Yamagishi as backup. How does that sound?
Man, this trump card stuff is getting me so pumped up. I'm gonna be all like, take this, Super Ace Junpei attack! Or something like that.
I'm a little nervous since it's my first time, but I'll follow your lead.
All right. We'll go into Tartarus once everyone is geared up.
Understood.
Oh man, this is awesome! We're like a super elite task force.
Come on, could you at least wear it like you're supposed to? Oh, but it does look like everyone's outfits are a bit different.
Each one is made to complement our physiques and fighting styles. Now we're testing the prototype out on me, but it feels even better than it did before.
It's very light and sturdy. I wonder if it's the same materials they use in the military, or maybe even the ones for spacesuits.
Seems like this armband isn't just for decoration either.
According to the manual, there are a bunch of different features built into it. For example, it can give you a readout of your vitals. What else? There's also a function that notifies you when you can use your theurgy? Sorry, it doesn't look like there's much information about that. All I can tell is that you load the cartridge into your evoker to use it.
Then let's make that our objective for today. Make sure to stay alert, everyone. All right, Yamagishi. You're going to be our backup, just like I mentioned before. This time, I'll be joining the rest of you in battle.
I'm going too. I gotta make sure my skills are still sharp.
Me too.
All right. Then including our leader, that will be our team.
Wait, I wanna go too! I was so ready for this! You can't just put me on standby!
We can't go without our leader. You stay here and support Yamagishi.
Oh, really? When you put it that way, how can I refuse? Don't worry, Fuka. Nothing's getting past me.
Okay.
There he goes again. Fuka, if it gets too dangerous, just leave him behind. And don't be afraid to smack him if he tries anything funny.
Okay. Got it.
Huh? You get it?
Yamagishi, could you scout the area and find a good floor for us to start on?
Okay. It seems different in here from before.
Well, that's nothing new, right?
No, not like that. It seems distorted. It's probably just temporary. I'll try and find a stable floor for us to start on.
You can tell that much already? Wow, Fuka.
It could be because we didn't enter the usual way last time. Or because of those huge shadows. We have no idea what's gonna happen in here. Not that I'm complaining, though.
All right, let's go.
Strapped and ready to go is what I would say, but sadly, after all that dialogue and story beats, we're left with a glorified tutorial. We simply take down the shadows and Kirijos shows off her moves, and after taking down some shadows, we head upstairs, which leaves us separated once more. And simply, we just gotta try and find each other.
Why now? Fuka, where should I go if I want to...
Yukari-chan, look out!
Huh?
Leader, you're here!
Not again. Everyone's always protected. What am I even doing?
Yukari-chan!
Fuka, I need you to back me up. I'll hold this thing off until everyone else gets here. Focus. Hit. One more.
Wait, is this? Yukari-chan, load the cartridge into your evoker!
I know. Now's the time. Just one more. Take that. Are you okay? I'm sorry. It was all my fault. Thanks, but you shouldn't be so reckless.
Takeba, leader!
Looks like you both are okay.
Sorry I worried everyone.
It's all right. You did well in handling an unexpected situation.
Maybe we should consider starting over. Let's head back to the entrance for now.
Good work out there.
I'm sorry. I should have been able to navigate better.
I agree. I'm convinced that you're the one with...
Yeah, thanks a lot.
I didn't do anything.
That special attack sure was cool though, Yuka-san. How'd you do it?
How? I just focused really hard and thought to myself, I have to do whatever it takes. And while I was thinking that, I kind of felt something surging inside me.
The chairman did say the cartridge would synchronize with our emotions.
Right. Although, I'm still not entirely sure how it works. From what I could tell, it reacted to Yukari-chan's strong emotions.
So this weapon gives the user strength beyond their limits when their emotions are heightened?
I don't really get it. But basically, if we're fired up enough, we can really pop off, right?
And thanks to you, Yukari-chan, we have a good idea of how it works. From now on, I should be able to tell when someone can use theirs.
I didn't do much. I just got lucky. I don't know much more than anyone else.
I'll do more research into how the syncing with emotions works later. Everyone has different feelings when they're fighting, so the timing on when they can use these will probably be different too.
I'd like to give it a go myself, but we should call it a day for now. We can't overwork our leader, and we've got some time until the next full moon.
I'm a little worried about the change with the floors, though. What if something like that happens again?
Yes. If something has changed in the tower, we'll need to be extra careful when exploring from now on. In any case, we may have had some problems, but we learned a lot today. Not only did we get to test our new lineup and equipment, but we also got to see that we're all improving at a remarkable pace.
Aw, Kirijo-senpai! Quit buttering me up. Just leave everything to Junpei Iori, the soon-to-be MVP.
Maybe I shouldn't be the one to say this, but you literally didn't do anything today.
June 14th.
Hello, this is Elizabeth speaking. I'm calling in regard to a recent change in Tartarus. It seems that a path that had been blocked off is now open. I thought it prudent to inform you. Well then, I wish you a safe journey.
A very short and simple day after getting a call from Elizabeth, Miyamoto sent me a message on my phone wanting to hang out. And I know the social link won't continue, so I use the time that I have to get the points I need to continue it. It was a chill afternoon. He talked about his knee getting worse. The act of climbing stairs is hard. Wondering why he does this anymore. What's even the point? I remind him it's for his nephew, and he agrees, knowing if he gives up now, his nephew won't have the courage he needs. After that talk, I learn more about him, and after going to the shrine to pray for his knees to improve, I head back to the dorm for a short period. Pretty much Yamagishi informed me that from now on she'll be the navigator, so if I want to head to Tartarus to talk to her, and that sounds good to me, as I end the night with academic boosts. June 15th. Heading to school, me and Takaba talk once more, and I wonder what happened between Takaba and Kirijo. As she asks me about my thoughts on her, she feels like something's off with her. I think there may be some history between the two, maybe related with her parents. But I'm not too sure, as if I talk over and getting a question in class correct, school was over, and I spent the afternoon with Miyamoto. We're running around as we get told to gather by the advisor. He tells everyone that we know about Miyamoto's current condition and tells us bluntly, if we see him struggling, to stop him. And he calls it for the day, as Miyamoto, satisfied, asked me to go grab a bite to eat. Which, with a little help from me, we got there safe and sound. But Miyamoto can't help but apologize for the trouble that he causes, but I don't mind, man, I'm not that weak to lug you everywhere. But he opens up, admitting he knows that being tough isn't the answer now. After seeing his nephew struggle with getting in the tub, he's only 5 and he's quite heavy, so he thinks it must be difficult to do it every day. Thinking about himself, if he can't walk, he won't be able to do those things by himself. He doesn't want to put his mum through that, and today made him realize that more than ever, asking me to please tell him if he ever becomes a burden, as he doesn't want to put me through that, and of course I will, man, I promise, as with that, our bond grows closer. And with that and his desire to win the nationals, we go our separate ways, only for me to work at the cafe for social boosts and yen. June 16th. Heading to school, Kirijos stops me to inform me that from now on, I no longer need her permission to head to Tartarus. This is due to no longer needing her support there. However, if both her and Sonata aren't available, then we will be barred from going, which fair enough, I guess. Gotta have our seniors to watch over us. And with that talk over, school eventually ended, and once more I spend the time with Bebe. Once more, I can see his name with the gusto I've had, as is a somber one once more, as Bebe can't find it in him to work, asking if I want to head out and eat with him, and I agree to that. We get some food and start talking. He admits that he will have to go back soon. The initial reason he was able to come here was his aunt, and now that she's gone, his uncle is demanding him back, comparing him to the Mafia, and if this was to happen, he may never be able to come back. I tell him he should just stay here. He appreciates that, as he dedicated his life to Japan. But it doesn't matter what he says, he cannot live here without his uncle's support, and is rather disappointed about it. He doesn't want to leave me like this, and with his honesty, our bond grows closer. He admits it will soon be time to go, but for now, he hopes to see me at the club sometime, and I agree to that heading home. When I got home, something that should have happened 2 months ago happens. To say it simply, Kirijo gives us a tour of the building. It's a lot to go through, so I'll just try and speedrun it. The first area was the communal kitchen. Obviously, this place is used to cook and prepare food, so it will be a place where me and the others can make things together if we so desire, and honestly, I'm not a good cook, but I wouldn't mind stepping out of my comfort zone. We're now in the lounge, and we've got a new addition, thanks to Yamagishi, of a DVD player, which means that we can watch things on it, which will be a nice change of pace. It will also let me see the taste in shows and movies, so it'll be a good way to bond. We go upstairs and now we're in a group reading area where everyone can share their books or use the books already there. I can already see Junpei reading all sorts of manga like a nerd he is, and I most likely will do. And finally, on the roof, we've got the small garden I've been working on. But now that they know about it, I will be able to ask people to help with the garden and get additional crops and bonuses when hanging out with them. And with that, the tour is finally over. And before I watched a show of Takaba, I got to the mall and saw Tanaka. He has a business proposal. It catches my attention quite a bit. All I need to do is give him 20,000 yen to be set up, and I can't say no to that, giving him the cash, making him quite happy and to return for the results. And with that, I head back to the dorm and spend time with Takaba.
Whoa, that teaser was so dramatic. It's like the stuff from overseas. This series is known for having a strong female protagonist. I've been curious about it for a while, but I heard it also has horror elements. Wait, really? You're totally fine with that stuff? That's actually perfect. I'll try to push through then. Oh wait, it's starting! Man, the tension is palpable. That cliffhanger really made me want to know what happens next. I guess it was more zombies than horror, huh? The main girl was just an ordinary person, but she stood so strong in the face of adversity. I love that! I feel like I was able to focus on the story thanks to you. I'll let you know when I borrow the next one. Whew, I'm gonna head off to bed. Good night.
June 17th. I was at the lockers in the morning, eavesdropping, which is where I learned that the art club is looking for members, so that's something I can look into later. Might even get me some boosts in creative field, or most likely a social link. As that over and putting up with just how long Mr. Edagawa can talk, and getting a question right, school was over. And I spent the afternoon with Bebe. Once more, he's having a hard time focusing with all that's going on. I ask him what's on his mind, and it's his uncle. He wishes he could convince him to stay. Perhaps if he was a samurai, he could. Giving him a brilliant idea, not before a snack break, of course. After our little break is over, he admits that if he had to return home now, he would never forgive himself, willing to eat dirt if he could stay here. I ask his plans, and he has one, looking happy. He will return to his home, but it's not that simple. Because once he's home, he'll convince his uncle to let him return. He will show him the beauty that is Japanese culture, but he needs to come up with a plan first. And with me, he is sure he'll be able to, and with that honesty, our bond grows closer. The positive Bebe is back, and so is my emphasis on his name. And with a promise of another meetup, we go our separate ways. And on my way back, I decide to work at the cafe for that yen and social boosts. June 18th.
Good morning. This is Elizabeth. There is something I wish to discuss with you, so please come to the Velvet Room post-haste. I believe this matter is of great import to you. I shall be anticipating your arrival.
In the morning, Elizabeth needed me, and nothing eventful happened at school, so we fast forward to me meeting up with her. She informs me that 2 people have appeared in Tartarus like Yamagishi did, but unlike her, if they're left inside, they will likely perish, asking me to please take the time out of my day to save them. And while I was there, I looked at all the quests I had, and there was one that caught my interest. It's simply Elizabeth wants to have a little trip around my world, specifically the mall, and I can't say no to that.
Oh my, an encounter with one of your world's exquisite treasures, right out of the blue. So this is the fountain. It makes sport of water, a precious resource and the very foundation of life. Such a sinful form of art. I've heard of its mystical powers, wherein those who offer coin may have their wishes granted. Oh, is that so? Or perhaps the offerings were far too insufficient to have attracted the fountain spirit's interest. Fortunately, I anticipated this and brought a hefty sum of coins. 2,000 of your 500 yen coins to be exact. I shall make an opening bid of 1 million yen. Oh! I was so caught up in the excitement that I started tossing coins without giving my wish any thought. This won't do. I shall give it more careful consideration before I return here in the near future. What is this facility here? I see there's a gentleman inside with quite the stern face. And these photographs displayed so prominently. Most wanted. Reward? Would it be correct to presume that these are your version of my subjugation requests? What do they use as proof that the target has been subjugated? If they truly parallel my requests, then do they require a piece of the body? My interest has been piqued. This edifice over here, is this what you call a club? Dancers dictated by the sway of one's inner passions. A subterranean garden flourishing with uninhibited desires. Oh no! It's closed right now? Oh, what a pity! I had hoped to become part of the scene. Woo! Well, that was quite satisfying. But I'm overwhelmed. Everything looks so new and inviting. Everywhere I look, something catches the eye. If you don't mind, could you perhaps recommend our next activity? Karaoke. Could it be? It appears the time has come to demonstrate my hidden talents. One may even challenge professional singers at the touch of a button at this karaoke. Excuse me, would you mind waiting for a moment? I hadn't noticed there was a fountain on this side as well. Oh, yet another fountain. On the opposite side. I see. So this place plays host to a trinity of fountain spirits. I apologize for the wait. Let us continue. Now then, I shall perform a song of exultation for my master. Sing along if you will. La la la. Oh my. You've never heard this song before? Thank you for the invaluable experiences you've shared with me today. I consider this mission a complete success. This may sound forward, but I'd like for you to accompany me again sometime.
With a pretty fun trip of Elizabeth over with, I grab a Moon Arcana persona from Igor and spend the afternoon with Suimitsu. I look at the bowl in my hands. He asks if I've had enough appetizers, asking for a little extra from the chef, which he obliges, and it looks pretty tasty, as he tells me once I've had this I can never go back, as he talks about the meal in front of us, calling it even better than the Hagakure bowl. I severely... Holy fucking shit, he was not lying. This is pretty goddamn good. He states that it's all about the secret menu, but comments on how will people find it if it's so secret. But he brushes that off, as the more he thinks, the hungrier he gets. As he's in the zone saying, I should be honored, as I'm the second person to ever taste this. And in a way, I can feel his dedication to food, but a little bit of respect towards me on his behalf as our bond grows closer. He calls me lucky as I'm friends with him, bringing up his brother once more, saying I wouldn't be getting this from his younger brother, as he's the Gourmet King's brother and not the Gourmet King himself, telling me to go on, say who I am. He wants me to say it, and I sigh internally and say, the Gourmet King, which makes him pretty happy to hear that, as he stops everything we're doing, as the food is going to become chewy, flavorless mess if we let it cool any further, and with him likely going to order more, eventually we went our separate ways. And during the night, I spent time with Yamagishi reading a sci-fi novel.
Do you read a lot of science fiction novels like this? Oh, but even if you aren't familiar with the genre, I think this series hooks people pretty easily. Apparently, a lot of people get into sci-fi after they read this. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt while you were reading. If you don't mind, can you let me know your thoughts once you finish it? Oh, I didn't notice the time. How far did you get? Wow, you've read that much already? Huh? I made a lot of progress too. Was I more focused than usual, or...? If you don't mind, do you think we could read here again sometime? I used to think reading was only a solo activity, but now, I think reading with someone helps me immerse myself deeper into the fictional world. I'm here whenever I can spare the time, so come by if you can. I'd be happy to have you. Alright, that's enough for today. Good night.
June 19th. Nothing happened during the day, so we fast forward to my encounter with... Bebe! We were sewing as he stands up for me to listen well. He will show his uncle the kimono and he'll see the beauty of Nihon. I like the sound of that, which makes him happy, as with me, he has nothing to fear, calling a kimono a Japanese treasure, and once he shows him it, he'll surely let him stay. He decides that he'll base it on Azuki Rai's mascot, as I was the one who took him there, and it gives him inspiration. With that honesty, our bond grows closer. And with all that talk, he starts sewing like the wind, which just leaves me to be left in awe until eventually we went our separate ways and I finished the night with some academic boosts. June 20th. School was over and Kirijo told us that once more the chairman is holding another meeting. And it felt like deja vu for me, but this time Junpei was the one to bring up the chairman making stupid jokes instead of Takaba. But regardless, I head home early. No baby for me today. As I was at the dorm's entrance, I see Takaba and Yamagishi interacting with a dog. I've seen him before, but I brushed that aside as I decided I want to pet the dog, which the dog actually lets me. That's when Yamagishi tells me his name is Koromaru. I'm sure I've heard that name before, but I don't have time to think on it as a girl who seems to know him appears, noting on him walking all by himself still. We get the story from her. He used to belong to a priest at the shrine, and every afternoon they would walk. That was until he passed away almost 6 months ago. He was hit by a car while walking Komaru, and since then he walks the same path, stopping at the scene of the accident, adding that he refused to let anyone take him and brings up her son, which makes her realize the time and runs home as her son will be arriving shortly. With her gone, Takaba calls him loyal, but Yamagishi notes something but brushes it off as we leave Koromaru to see what the chairman wants.
Hello, everyone. I gathered you all here because I wanted to let you know how my research has been going. It concerns the shadows that have been appearing during full moons. Now, I want you to listen closely. It might be hard to follow. Shadows can be divided into 12 categories, according to their characteristics. This we've known for a while. We can think of it like their class or order. I've classified the special shadows we've seen so far, and well, it's simply fascinating.
Why are you so excited about it?
So...
Right. Those 4 shadows belong to categories 1 through 4 in order of their appearance. They may have looked different than the more common ones, but the classification scheme still applies.
And that's something we should be excited about?
Oh, I get it. There are 12 in all, and 8 we haven't seen yet.
That's exactly right, Yamagishi-kun. You're quite sharp.
Oh, okay, but what are they after?
That's a good question, and that's what we haven't figured out yet. Their motive. They don't kill their prey. They feed on their minds. Now, it could be considered predation, but is it really? Is there actually an underlying intent behind their behavior? The purpose of the shadows as a whole? That's what we need to consider.
This is interesting. But no matter what their intent, we still have to beat the rest of them.
I agree. That's about all we can do at this point.
8 more, huh? Lucky us.
According to the data, each one has been stronger than the last. That means we better start training harder.
We'll manage. We've got plenty of time.
But why does Tartarus even exist in the first place?
We finally gotten a form of a law drop by the chairman. There are 12 of these large shadows we will have to eventually face, and every month we'll face 1, maybe even 2 like last month. We don't truly know their motive, but I guess we have time on our side and we'll eventually find out. As of that all over and done with, I decided to have a lazy night and hang out with Sonata.
Just from looking at a single jab, you can tell how different everything is at the top level. And not only are both fighters strong, they each have their own unique fighting style. What kind of fighter is your favorite?
June 21st. The day begins, and what better way to get into that than with a little bit of Tanaka's amazing commodities. This time he's got some healing items I don't really want, but the amenity suit is the real eye-catcher, and I decided to buy it. Once it's arrived, I'll likely just go straight to Tartarus for a test drive. And with that done, I spend the afternoon with Maya. We both had the same idea, logging on at the same time, something that she makes note of, adding that the weather is nice today, in-game she means, and we should actually go questing, which I don't think I've actually done that yet, so we go out in the apocalyptic wasteland, but Maya is used to it, calling the air nice. But before we can start questing, Maya gets to venting, talking about a Mr. E, calling him a stupid SOB. I ask if she means SOB. She is happy I get what she means, saying that it's Tatsuya and Maya for the win. She makes note of the dwindling player base as she looks at the wasteland that's more empty than usual, saying that there are dupers, but that's really it. However, it has some upsides, as she wants to talk personal, calling herself a shy girl and accidentally saying that Mr. E is a teacher, which means that she is also a teacher, which she makes me do a pop quiz on her occupation, when she already gave me the answer to that, but she still says I'm smart for figuring it all out and gives me an A+ for reading comprehension, something Persona fans need. But with all that dirty laundry aired out, she admits that she feels better when she talks to me, so I guess we'll have more talk soon. As of that, our bond grows closer. She decides that she'll clean her bathroom now with all the energies that she's got, but quickly logs back on to tell me not to tell anyone about the SOB comment, logging out again, and I decide to log off as well. And then in the night, I got my academic boosted by eating food, and I finally actually hit rank 4, just 2 more to go. June 22nd. The day starts and I'm heading on inside. Takaba once more asks for my thoughts on everything with the 12 last shadows. It's bugging her because we don't know the full story, feeling that they're hiding something from us. And I think that might be the case, but we'll just have to find out soon enough. That's something that I believe at least. And with that, we head into class. I got another question correct to save Junpei's bacon, and with that, school was over. And I spent the afternoon with Meiko, who seemed to be sad. She tells me that she doesn't know what to do, something about her father. I decide to sit with her to get to the bottom of all this. She explains that her father hit her, adding that he is so mean, it's not fair. I say that it's awful, there is no reason for a father to put hands on their child. She is happy that I agree with her. Her father is a big, mean, stupid big meanie. She simply asked her father why they're getting divorced, and he told her to stay out of it. She pushed, and he yelled at her and then hit her. Then her mother said it's her fault for asking so much. She questioned if they even loved her, wondering if they desired her to simply vanish. Even if they're being quite cruel in my standards, I doubt they'd want you gone. But she questions if that's the case, why are they so mean to her lately? Thinking about the extreme of leaving home to see how they would react, because if they loved her, they would come and find her, right? Telling me that it's a secret between us and I mustn't tell her parents. But she knows I won't. I mean, I have no way of contacting them. If I did, I would have grilled them for, making her child so sad. But I do feel that she trusts me as our bond grows closer. With that, she hops off the bench and with a smile says we'll hang out another time. And with that, I head to the mall, and you guessed it, for that cafe job for social boosts and yen.
Whoa! What the heck is this?
Good evening. Are you surprised? Truth be told, we all visit this world every night.
What are you saying? Who the hell are you?
Didn't Mommy teach you any manners? You haven't even introduced yourself. Come on, take a look. Name, address, age, etc. This is you, right?
Huh? Where did you get this?
Somebody's got a grudge against you. And they asked us to get revenge.
Revenge? What kind of bullshit is this? Who put you up to this?
Can't tell you. We're professionals.
Professionals? Oh shit! Those rumors online. You're saying they're true? For real?
Shall we get this over with now?
Hey, wait! I haven't done anything! Why me? What'd I do?
That is not our concern. Your notion of right and wrong is irrelevant. My client's wishes are all that matter. People hear what they choose to hear, and believe what they want to believe.
No! Stay away! Get away from me!
You squeal most magnificently. Such raw emotion.
He's not dead.
Doesn't matter. We held up our end of the bargain. Besides, tomorrow this'll just seem like some random crime.
Well, if there's nothing else, I'm feeling rather tired.
June 23rd. I was heading to school and overheard about some revenge forum, where you give a name and they'll get revenge for you, with a 100% success rate and it being anonymous. Her friend loves the sound of that and desperately wants the URL, but she doesn't know it as it's just merely a rumor. I wonder what a website that gives you revenge would do. Maybe pull pranks or harass the person. Maybe it's a secret Yakuza hit list. I doubt it. It's likely just a ghost story as I head to class, and eventually it was all over and I decided since it's open to give art class a little peek. When I entered, Yamagishi was talking to a student in glasses. They noticed me and he asked Yamagishi if she knows me. She tells him that I was the person that she was talking about. He seems happy to hear that, introducing himself as he's heard a lot about me. His name is Keisuke Hiraga, calling it a pleasure to meet me. Yamagishi explains that they're looking for people to join the club. He seems really friendly, but they do seem to be very desiring of me joining by the way they're talking about me. I mean, I'm not against it, but it feels like the student council again, to be honest, but I find myself enjoying Yamagishi and Hiraga's talk, as he completely brushes aside what Yamagishi was saying, asking if I have an eye for art. I think I do, to be honest, at least in my opinion. He responds that he might learn a thing or two from me, adding that our meeting is not just a coincidence, but fate, and is ready to fast-track my addition to the club, and I guess I really have no choice, as from that talk, a social link starts a form showing itself to be the Fortune Arcana. He tells me that the club can only enter this room, and he gives me the times they're open, hoping to see me soon, as Yamagishi is happy not knowing who would end up in the same club, so I guess I can't let our navigator down, as with that, I head on home.
Hi, how are you today?
I'll have what he's having.
Coming right up. One house special.
Don't you get sick of eating the same thing all the time?
Shut up. You're the one always eating that protein shit.
Here you go. One house special. Be careful. It's hot.
So, you still haven't made up your mind?
Is that what this is about?
We've got 4 new members this year. Things have changed quite a bit since you left. We're more aggressive now.
Not interested.
Think about it, Shinji. Don't let your power go to waste.
My power ain't worth shit.
Shinji.
I made up my mind a long time ago. I ain't going back.
You have to let the past go. What's done is done. It's time you moved on.
You should talk.
What?
Face it, you're no different than me.
Shinji!
And when I got home, I grabbed my Tanaka's amazing commodities, but since Sanada seemed to not be here, I ended up just continuing the show of Takuba. Tartarus will just have to come tomorrow.
This series always has such crazy plot twists. When the main girl's best friend betrayed her, I was like, what? Being backstabbed by the one person you trusted most is just horrible. What would you do if that happened to you? You're not bothered by anything, huh? But that's just something special about you. I find it quite difficult to think like that. It wasn't really a betrayal, but I was reminded of a time a girl I was close to suddenly started avoiding me. Oh shoot, it's starting! It's so fast-paced, we really need to pay attention. Aw, no way! It's just gonna end like that? Ugh, it happens every time, but they're so good at leaving you hanging. I need to know how it ends. Let's watch more next time, okay? It's getting pretty late. We better head back to our rooms.
June 24th. As I was heading to school, Junpei asked me a question I thought to myself as of late, and that's, have I noticed how strange Takuba has been lately? I guess he has a point, but for someone who doesn't care, he's quite perceptive. As we walk into class and school was eventually finished. And I spent the afternoon with Meiko, who's feeling even worse than usual, saying that she can't take it anymore. Her parents won't stop fighting despite her pleading. They simply told her to leave them alone, so she's done. And she's going to run away, although I don't think it's the best decision she can make, but I say it's ultimately up to her. She likes the sound of that, thinking of what she'll need for this eventual event of leaving. She starts off with something small like her toothbrush, lots of snacks, and her insurance card. I tell her that she'll need way more than that. That gets her really thinking hard. Maybe her PJs are needed for this? I know that she doesn't grasp fully on what moving out really entails, but she's going to try regardless, reassuring me that she'll be fine, but she will miss hanging out with me, and with that honesty, our bond grows closer. Her plan is when she runs away, her parents will have no choice but to work together to find her, knowing it's going to go great. I'm unsure of that, but we'll just have to see how it goes as I take Meiko home and I head to the dorm ready to take on Tartarus. We're finally in Tartarus, and I get told where this person potentially is thanks to Elizabeth, so I'll keep that in mind as we get going on our climb. It's what it's been like for the last couple of times, so we'll just mention the bosses. On floor 47, we were up against the Servant Tower and its lackeys. We were also introduced to Yamagishi's Oracle mechanic, but for the time being, I didn't use it. I thought I could save it since the boss wasn't too hard, but silly me. The tower itself was weak to darkness, which made it quite easy. I have the ability to inflict that, and Sanada was able to inflict damage on its lackeys. It didn't help that it summoned a shadow that Sanada could take down for one more baton pass into a free all-out attack, which, although that'd be a pretty cool way to finish it off, I wanted to see Sanada's Fiergi, so I handballed it to him.
That's a win for the team! Good job, everyone!
On floor 50, I found a lost person. I got asked if I'd like to take them back, but I was far from done with exploring, so I got good old Junpei to do the heavy lifting. He's the man. Back to Guardian slaying. The next one was a bit of touch and go. While not a hard fight, her allies were big targets and herself was immune to status effects. She mainly focused on status ailments, which caused a tad bit of disruption with giving the party distress and picking off Takuba. I was worried for a moment, but thankfully fate was on my side, and by that, I mean Sanada's Fiergi.
Delivering just for you!
All enemies defeated!
see.
Good work out there.
By now, I was ready to call it quits. Our SP was getting real low, and it was getting quite risky to fight with minimal spell usage. That was until I used Oracle and Yamagishi gave half of my SP back, which I mean, yeah, I'm not leaving here, huh? The final Guardian was upon us, and I wish I could say he gave us trouble, but I don't want to lie. I knocked him down with my own Theurgy, and then halfway through he got shocked, so it was just crit city for my party. And I mean, hey, he did damage to me, I guess, so he's got that going, but that's really it. The fight was pretty much over before it begun.
That only counts your accuracy and evasion. That about does it. No shadows detected.
And with that done and dusted, I got to the new barrier, collected another old document for Elizabeth, and I called it there for tonight. June 25th. The day began with another lecture, but this lecture was important, as in 2 weeks from now will be exams, which likely sounds like doomsday clock for poor Junpei, which I ended up helping to answer a question. I worry about that man sometimes, but he should be fine, I think. But regardless of that, with helping out Junpei, it boosted my charm, and with that, school was over. And I spent the time with Hiraga. But it feels more like spending time with him and Yamagishi, which I don't mind. I think I'm getting a hang of it all, to be honest, but mine does look a bit off model. But for a first shot, not bad. With us done for the day, we were heading on out. Yamagishi suddenly felt weak. I ask what's wrong. She admits it's been happening lately, calling it a little headache, nothing too serious. But Hiraga begs to differ, thinking she should look for the cause of the problem, as it could lead to something serious. He starts to list symptoms at the poor Yamagishi, who doesn't know how to respond. A club member comments on him striking again, knowing that he won't let her go until he knows what's going on. I ask what she means by that. She explains his father is a director for a hospital, and he's an only child, believing that he can't stand seeing people suffer, and also believing that he'll likely go to med school. Our conversation ends as Hiraga asks Yamagishi to turn around and finds the problem, saying it's a chronic tension type headache due to stress, saying that she should look at the computer less and more exercise, calling it funny to get medical advice from the head of the art club. She is relieved, thinking she was coming down with a cold. That sparks his curiosity, asking for her to take off her shirt, open her mouth, and stick out her tongue. That immediately caught her off guard and reassures him that she'll be fine as I'm here and I can take her home. I save Yamagishi. That surprises him, however, not knowing we were both living in the dorm, and asks if I do my own laundry. I don't know why, but I feel we bonded over that, somehow, as our bond grows closer. He goes back to talking to Yamagishi, thinking that she shouldn't walk home, and said maybe taking a taxi? But they're bumpy. How about a limousine? I doubt she could afford it, but she reassures him that she'll be fine, and with that, we say goodbye, and I take Yamagishi home. But me? I didn't stay long, because, we gotta get those academic boosts for exams after all. June 26.
Good morning. This is Elizabeth. I am calling to inform you that more humans have wandered into Tartarus. 2 this time, I believe. Please swiftly and safely conduct a search and rescue. Goodbye now.
With exams coming close, I will be unable to hang out with the club members, which kinda sucks. So what better time than to spend it with Bebe? Bebe is focusing, working on his kimono. While his wallet may be light and his materials of lower quality, he will work hard to make a beautiful kimono. So he may have a bright future, and with my help, he can see it's really coming together now. He just knows when his uncle sees this, he'll agree with how great Nihon is. And for his sake, I really do hope that is the case. Which makes him so happy, but he wants to work harder. But the progress he's done right now is great, and he couldn't have done it without me, as he's very thankful, and with that, our bond has grown close. But it appears that he's getting quite fatigued with all the work, but he wants to push himself for his future and for Nihon. He must. I believe in you, man. We'll continue this next time. As of that, we continue to work a little bit longer, and eventually, I go and get those sweet, sweet academic boosts. June 27th. As I was heading to school, I overheard that couples are popping up with a case of apathy syndrome, which sounds interesting to me. It likely means that the giant shadow that we'll be facing is either two shadows like last time, or maybe related to love in some way. Regardless of that, I head to school and it was pretty much over. I decided to get some work done on some of the Elizabeth requests, mainly on getting free Jack Frost for her, and then got the Oberon with Mazio, which actually is a level up skill, so it got done pretty fairly easily. And with those two quests done, I spent the afternoon with Chihiro. We were spending time in the library, and she admits that a treasurer who's bad at math is quite pathetic. She truly didn't want the job, someone entered her in, and she actually got elected. Though she didn't regret it in the end, as she's met so many kind people like me and the president.
Shut up. You're distracting us.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you're gonna flirt with each other, go do it outside.
I'm so tired of this. I can't even pick up my pencil anymore. But if you give me a kiss, maybe I can...
What are you going on about now? Come on, you gotta take this seriously. Don't you want us to go to the same...
Just give me a kiss, please.
All right, fine.
Those lovebirds were fucking rude. But with them gone, Chihiro gets a little emotional, asking if they know where they are. I say they have no shame, and she admits it's a place of learning. They're kids. So she says this as the student council. That is inappropriate behavior, and that is not tolerated at school. We must inform the student council president at the next meeting. I do think it's a tad bit extreme, but I'll admit, I did hag her on a little. She's glad that I've got her side, and then she recomposes herself as she's raising her voice a tad and apologizes. Though admits that she wouldn't mind if she gets in trouble for it, but doesn't want me to be criticized, and with her honesty, our bond grows closer. Suddenly, she realizes what the time is, and she decides that she's going to stay a little longer, asking me to go without her. And with that, I parted ways and decided to get the weekend menu at Wild Duck, which got me to Courage 4, just 2 more ranks to go. June 28th. A very simple day today. The guy that Mako was talking about hasn't come back yet, so I can't spend time with him currently, so I decided just to get my fortune read for me and Yuko. It was a medium blessing, but on top of that, I got 10,000 yen! It just appeared in my pocket. I guess the wealth gods are smiling upon me, and I decided with some of that cash to get the weekend menu once more. June 29th. We were heading to school and Takaba commented on there being another mission. I confirmed that as she wonders what it will be this time, and will we just have to do this until they're all gone? She seems to have some level of suspicion on Kirijo, knowing that she's hiding something from us. I think that she definitely has some history with her now, but I don't know where or how this will go, so I'll just have to really wait. As I head to school, and after a long lecture with Otogawa and getting the eventual question correct, I got my charm boost and school was over. And finally, decided to actually go to the student council, and after it was over, Odagiri wanted to have her talk, mainly in my opinion. It was about the school uniform. There's a group of students that want to abolish the school uniform out of the game. I misclicked, but I will admit that a strict uniform can be very limiting, but at the same time, this is a private school and must be held at a certain level, which is likely how Odagiri sees it. But he also is more serious, saying students that complain about a dress code think they'll be functional members of society? Laughable. He apologizes for that outburst. He just can't stand those types of people and just wants me to understand it from his point of view. And with that, I kind of get his vibe as our bond grows closer. Now with that talk is over, he tells me to head on home. He can lock up, and I decide to agree to that.
Hey, sorry to bother you, Fuka.
It's okay. What's on your mind?
Well, I was hoping you could do me a favor. With your skill, I mean. I was doing some research on our school and I came across something strange. 10 years ago, a lot of students stopped coming to school for some reason. They were reported as absent at the time, but I found some records that suggest otherwise. Do you know anything about it, Fuka?
Me? Not really.
I know it was a long time ago, but doesn't it seem suspicious to you? From what I've heard, this isn't the first time shadows have appeared.
Wait, are you saying...
I don't know, but I do wonder. And I'm not trying to make trouble or anything, but Kirijo-senpai acts kinda weird whenever someone brings up Tartarus.
Does she?
I just want to know what happened back then. And if it doesn't have anything to do with the shadows, then fine.
I understand. Okay, I'll see what I can do.
During the night, I want to head to Tartarus, so I decided to get my fortune read for the rare spawns, bought the glasses for Elizabeth, got her to wear it, and then headed on to Tartarus. And while we were there, we saved 2 more innocent souls that got themselves trapped within the labyrinth. And also I got some grinding done. I am pretty confident about the next full moon, but we've got 8 days left to really know, but for now, I head on home. June 30th. Nothing eventful happened today, so we jump forward to when I went to art class. The club advisor was there today with an announcement about a recent Bay Area art contest. Hiraga's art was considered for the finals. Everyone congratulates him on his skill, but he brushes it aside, calling it just lucky due to his father's paintbrush. It helped apply the paint to the canvas, and that's the only reason. I tell him that it's just his own talent. He's simply selling himself short, honestly. He thanks me for that as he's impressed in only 2 years his art was able to go this far. Yamagishi says that he should have more pride in his work, with how hard he tries after all, and another club member agrees, leaving Hiraga to be appreciative of our words, but feels he should be supporting us instead, apologizing to me directly as he believes he should set a better example for me, which I don't really get what that means, but he's sincere, especially on us improving, so with that, our bond grows closer. With that, he knows he's come far and he'll continue this for as long as he can, and for now, we head on out. But he has some things on his mind, as another student has a medical episode. After a long session of trying to find the problem, he asks about his sleep schedule and his eating patterns. That made him remember that he had nothing to eat in the morning, which confidently gave Hiraga the belief he's suffering from anemia, from an unbalanced diet, recommending him food to eat, and to say, as a joke, good work, Doc Jr., but he hated being called that, as it's just common sense, but decides he will take him to the nurse's office, wanting us to head on home. And we end up doing that. And during the night, I saw Tanaka. He gave me the bad news that the plan fell through and he'll need another 10,000 yen. And I mean, that can happen, so I believe it was just bad luck, as I give him even more money and then head back to the dorm to hang out with Takaba.
We're finally at the last episode. I wonder how it's going to end. You know, about this series, I mentioned before how it caught my attention, but I was afraid it might be too scary for me. But I'm glad I watched it. Guess it's a... Do you ever try watching things from genres you don't normally get into? I'm the same way. Isn't it easier to try something new when you have someone with you for the ride? It's also nice to be able to comment on it and see the other person's reaction. Watching this together made me realize how much I appreciated the main character. Like how she can't turn a blind eye to people in need and extends her hand to almost anyone. And of course the way she kept pressing forward no matter what happened. It was so inspiring. Come to think of it, isn't she just like you? That might be a stretch. Remember how I told you about that girl I was close to who started ignoring me one day? It's not like I did anything to make her hate me. We've been friends for a long time, but one day out of the blue, she just said, "My mother told me I can't play with you anymore." It's because there were rumors floating around about my parents. I kinda get it now, looking back, but at the time I was just sad. What I'm trying to say is, this show made me realize I'd like to be a little more like the main character. I want to be the kind of person who'd help anyone at any time. Someone who's kind and strong. It might be silly to say I look up to a fictional character, but there's no harm in following her example. At least that's what I think. Episode starting. That ending was so good! I hope they'll make a sequel. I'll bring more DVDs I'm curious about next time. Oh, it's about time we head back to our rooms. Have a good night, okay?
Can you guess what I'm going to tell you? It's the same thing as always. The next full moon will be in 1 week. Are you prepared? Be careful, okay? And don't worry, I'll come see you again.